Hello and good evening. How is everyone doing? Woo woo. Happy Wednesday. Okay, thank you for joining our live cooking show and like and subscribe to the channel if it suits you. Yes, would be the correct answer. Cheers. Happy Wednesday. As I said before, what are you guys drinking? Tonight, baked avocado fries. Now, honestly, I have never tried this recipe, but along the way, it's going to be fun. I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks, have a little drinkage, and, hashtag, why not learn how to cook? We all eat, right? Okay, so that being said, again, hello, cheers. We usually always have a word of the day, night, what have you, during the live cooking show to cheers. So you and your friends, or even if you're by yourself having a little bit of, then you could take a drink. So I think tonight, being it a baked avocado fries, we're going to go ahead with avocado, right? Okay, so go ahead and put in hashtag why not baked avocado fries. Choose your word. That was two phrases. The funny thing is, this is my first glass. That's what's so entertaining about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, right? You're obviously going to need an avocado. And the one thing about avocados is, so I've had her for about a week and a half, and she has like a nice little like bouncy bounce to her. So I believe that she's ripe. Okay? And I have no doubt that she's ripe. But sometimes, even if it's not like totally squished, you can tell by the color on the outside as well. But it still has a little firmness to it, right? When we cut this baby open, who knows what we get? Sometimes they could be brown. Not totally brown and black, because that's just, you don't want to eat that. But it could be like a little like starting to discolor, over ripen, if you will. So I don't know. It's like a surprise. Okay, so that being said, I went ahead and preheated my oven. So I'm going to get my little handy dandy washcloth and get it wet, because I am going to be using a cutting board. So that's a nice good trick. This prevents the cutting board from slipping. You could use paper towels as well, but I mean, it's just easier if you just use a washcloth or a thin kitchen towel, okay? So, of course, what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around. So here, come with me. And we're going down. It's going down for real. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Okay, so let me readjust this. Within the next week or so, I have a advanced technology awesomeness that I get to share with you guys and use for the first time. I'm very excited. Okay, so I have my towel here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a cutting board. My oven is already preheated at 450. Okay. I have some of my ingredients that I'm going to use. Over to the left, I have my knife. I already washed my hands. I have some bowls. Of course, the avocado, what have you. Okay, so now the first thing to do is whenever you're starting a recipe, go ahead and look over the recipe and review it a little bit to make sure, one, you have all the ingredients. Two, it's simple enough where you have enough time and patience to do it. Yeah, and so if you know most, the oven's ready. Did you hear that? Beep, boop, 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 boop. A lot of recipes call for the oven to preheated. So you want to go ahead and just glance through the recipe really quick, okay? So that being said, what are you guys drinking? Are you drinking? It is Happy Wednesday. But I do understand if you are not. Sometimes I can read the comments on the YouTube. So forgive me if I don't see the comments until later. But I do get back and respond. So thanks for joining. So the word of the day is avocado. So I got my avocado right here. I'm going to go ahead and get my sheet pan, which is somewhere. So funny. Why I cannot find my sheet pan is beyond me. I mean, like, where'd it go? Sheet pan buried. Is it in the oven? Nope. Okay. We're just going to use this. It's a piece pan. I'm not sure where the sheet pan went. It's not in the dishwasher. Oh, well, anyhow. Okay. So what are you going to do is you want to line it with parchment paper. Okay. And some of this is going to be overlapping because I have a round. See, you just make adjustments. Like if you're reading the recipe and there's something that you don't have but you could use instead, and it's, you know, within reason, like I'm going to use a round pizza pan instead of a cookie sheet or a sheet pan, then that's totally fine. You could use your knife, just kind of, so it won't hang over too much. Okay, so I got my sheet pan, and I'm going to go ahead and spray it a little bit. So as I said before, I never made this recipe, but I looked it over and it looks pretty safe. It looks pretty trusting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with our dredge station. Okay, so the easiest way to do and to save on dishes, just go ahead and get like a little, depending on how many avocados. Tonight we're just going to do this guy, right? Go ahead and if you're making more, I would suggest getting a bowl. But I'm going to go ahead and get just a plastic bag, sandwich baggie. And I have to turn on the vent because I have some crumbs on the bottom of my oven and it smells and I don't want my alarm to go off. If you see one of my videos, go ahead and put in like, you know, scene video and the fire alarm went off. I mean, the smoke alarm. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the vent on low. So I'm just going to put a little bit of flour in this baggie. Because one, it saves on dishes. I don't feel like doing dishes unless you want to come over and do my dishes. And you don't need like a whole big giant bowl if you're doing like one avocado. So this is number one. See, okay, this is easy tips. Stuff you could do at your house. You don't have to go out and buy all this fancy equipment. Yes, some equipment is very necessary and it makes it, you know, if you're going to use it a lot, like a Vitamix mixer or Robocube, like a, then yes, it makes sense. But if not, then you don't really have, you know, don't worry about it too much, okay? Next, we're going to do an egg wash. And of course, you can go ahead and use a little bowl. And egg wash is simply egg and water, okay? It's used a lot in dredging. And it gives you that golden, beautiful color on baking. So you just, you know, take a pastry brush and brush it on top of your item. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a couple whirls. I'm going to add, this is 1 egg, which I believe should be enough for this one small avocado, okay? So it's 1 egg, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. Oh, avocado! I said avocado, gotta take a drink. Wow, that's a lot of water. So I'm going to add another egg because I was looking at the camera and not paying attention. So, do you know what? That's okay. Looking at the camera, not looking at the water. The water was on high pressure. Okay. And I've seen some other recipes where you could use like different like a wet. So this is number 1. This is number 2. And then usually a lot of the recipes call for panko breadcrumbs because they're so light. Okay. Other people actually use Italian breadcrumbs or what have you. But I remember I was at this one restaurant and I ate a stuffed avocado, which I'm going to do. I will. But the outside of it was tortilla chips. And I was like, are you kidding? I was like, that's amazing. And I've had chicken with tortilla chips as well. So I'm going to get my handy dandy sandwich bag. And of course you don't use like a whole freaking chip. But go ahead. This is kind of extra exciting just because I've never done this recipe before. And you could crunch it as you put it in the bag. So then this will be our breading for the baked avocado. Whoops, I hit you guys. Sorry. And of course I'm going to crunch these up a little bit smaller, but I'm going to use like the back of a saute pan. Or you could use a rolling pin. And I have blue corn flax tortilla chips, which I absolutely love. They have like this nutty flavor to it. I think that might be enough. So I'm going to move these over here. Yes! So I got this fancy equipment that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Next episode. I'm going to start downloading recorded videos as well. Or you could just use your hands. And the palm. Of course, there's a little hole. So it's going everywhere. So I'm not going to get it as fine as breadcrumbs. And that's okay because I want like this extra certain crunch. But you know, like all the crumbs that you get at the bottom of your bag. And you're like, ah. If you want, those would be perfect for saving. The pretzels. And the chips. Perfect to save for breading. This is going to be so crazy. Okay, so baked avocado fries. Yummy. Okay, so let's get ready. Now, in this flour, I'm not going to heavily season it because it's going to go into the egg wash. So it's kind of like redundant a little bit. But while these are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and make a dipping sauce. Okay? And if you're using breadcrumbs, then that's where you go ahead and you could put in chili powder. I would suggest a lemon pepper, or you could squeeze in lemon into your egg wash. Of course, salt. So let's just go ahead and let's just get this started. And then I could finalize everything later and share tips with you guys, okay? Oh, we have to first cut the avocado. Silly me. Okay, so best way to cut an avocado. Go ahead and take this little guy. Remember the claw I showed you, right? Wow, that just slid right through. So we're going to go ahead and cut it like so. You take it and you twist it. Okay, here it comes. The truth, if it's... Oh, yay! It's so pretty. You know how I was saying earlier, like I was a little scared. So cheers to that. It's a pretty avocado. Cheers. Okay. Now, since we're going to slice this avocado, what I'm going to do, and it's still firm enough that you're able to do this. So I'm going to go like this. You take the avocado, the pit, you twist the knife. There you go. Hey, how many of you guys have actually like been able to grow avocado, like a plant and a tree from this? When I was young, I always did it. I know there's a trick. You put toothpicks in it and water. It never worked for me. I'm like, I love avocados. Now, it is easier to cut the avocado with the skin still on, because avocado is so creamy and thin. But with this guy being a little firm, I'm going to go ahead so you peel it. Right? See how it could get a little mushy. So you don't want that, but here you go. I love avocado just with like salt on it, guys, honestly. Sliced avocado with a little salt, lemon pepper. There you go. Yep, that guy's a little soft, but it's gonna work. You know, because you could, like, of course, get a avocado that's not ripe yet, and it'll be hard, but then it's going to be very bitter. And you could have avocado and make it softer by putting it in a brown bag, leaving it on your counter. Just rinsing my hands, guys. I'm kind of excited about this recipe. I've been wanting to try this for a while. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the avocado like so. Alrighty, I'm going to move the knife over. I got my flour. I'm just kind of moving it around like this. Do a little shake, shake. Egg wash. Now, I suggest when you're breading something, you have a wet hand, one that goes into the actual liquid. And then, see, put it in the chips, but then you use your other hand that's dry to coat it. I think I might... That's what I was supposed to do. Huh. I use this to make the crumbs, and then here's my bowl. Look at, there's one. And that's what you do. So, oh man, I used my dry hand in the wet bag. Oh no. Oh well. Then you have my egg wash. Here. Yes, yes. So take a drink, avocado. Avocado is the word of the day. And I think what I might do also is just go ahead and... So I have flour in the bag, egg wash, and I'm going to do about 3, and then coat these, and then move on to the next one. So, egg wash, dip, and then take my dry hand. Now, if it was panko crumbs, then you could go ahead and like take the avocado and kind of roll it. But these are like a little bigger. These chips are bigger flakes than panko crumbs. So I'm going to go ahead and... See, and it sticks. Take the chips. I remember there's one restaurant. Oh, I forgot what it was called. In Texas, down on Montrose area. I think it was Montrose. I don't know, so long ago. That, see guys, you went and they had the best martinis. It was like martini jazz bar, and it was so fun. We'd always sit outside on the patio, and they had this chicken that was coated with tortilla chips. And it was so, the chicken, obviously, you know, they dredged and soaked for a few days in this delicious mixture. I'm thinking buttermilk and probably make maybe like Dijon mayonnaise. And then seasoned, and the chicken was so delicious, and it had that delicious, awesome crunch. This guy is just... That's not bad, though. There's only like one piece that was like, not overripe. I mean, it's perfect, but for baking the avocado, you need one that's still on the firm side, but you don't want one that's so firm that, you know, that bitter taste, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more. And then I'll show you guys the baking sheet. We'll put it in the oven, and then I'll lift the camera, say hey to you guys again, and then we're going to go ahead and make some dipping sauce. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need this. This. So this is my wet hand. I'm going to use a dry hand. And so avocado, take a drink. Thanks for joining my channel, watching my channel. If there's anything that you want to know that you like, that you've seen, or that you're craving, or that you just want to conquer, and you're like, I'm not sure how to do this, or like there has to be an easier, look at it, it sticks good, an easier way, then just go ahead and put that in the comments too. If you do put it in the comments and I'm able to and I pick yours, which I probably will. I love suggestions, and that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Why not learn how to cook? Then I will, you know, give you a shout out and mention you. Thanks for the suggestion and what have you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And I was, going to do traditional panko crumbs, or you could do, you know, the other breadcrumbs and what have you. But I was like, why not do tortilla chips? Okay, so I have these avocados. They're going to go in the oven at 450. I'm back at 450, and it says for 10 to 15 minutes. So let's do that now. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and scoot you guys back a little bit. While I kind of straighten up my little mess, or just put everything aside, pretty much. And then we'll start on our dipping sauce. Now, you could do like a cilantro lime dipping sauce. You could do a dill would be a little strong. You could even do like ranch and add some stuff to that. But you want the avocado to shine. Just got a notification. That's awesome. There we go. I forgot to turn my notifications off my phone, so when I do, then it stops it for a while. So I looked up, got a notification, and then I realized the camera's like... I was still for a second. Okay, so cutting board's away, right? Now let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to move you down this way. Alrighty. Now the towel, it's clean. This was the towel that was underneath the cutting board. And you can go ahead and take it. See, everything is resourceful. And then just wipe up. Look at that. Isn't that snazzy? Snazzy. So fun. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and work on our dipping sauce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a little bowl. And this is what I'm going to use. Okay? And you could do an aioli, which is a, I guess I'm staring at my teeth, garlic, mayonnaise, all kinds of flavored aioli, Cajun, what have you. But I'm going to do this a little bit healthier. I mean, avocado fries, that's pretty good. But I love the taste of Greek yogurt. It has that twang of sour cream. So that reduces. So I'm going to do like half mayonnaise and half Greek yogurt for my avocado fries. Okay, so bring you guys back here. Yes. This moving and taking all these field trips, it's very fun to take all the field trips, but those are about to change, and I'm so excited about that. That's some of the news coming up. Okay, so I have 8 avocado fries. So what I'm going to do is, oh look, a coaster. Queen. I love mugs, wine glasses. Oh, so much fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I use light. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some Greek yogurt. And that's about 1.5 tablespoons. The Greek yogurt, I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons. And this is going to be my fancy schmancy spoon. 10 to 15 minutes. We did not set a timer, didn't we? Okay. Now, and I could talk forever, so I have to set a timer. If I was here by myself, I wouldn't really use a timer. At work we do because we have so many things going on. But I could talk forever, so I want to use a timer. I don't know. It looks good. Okay, so I have my mayonnaise and my Greek yogurt. I'm going to scoot you guys down. Okay. Sorry, I got another notification. Okay. I want to switch you guys around. There we go. I need to remember to turn the notifications off. Okay, so I have the mayonnaise and I have the Greek yogurt. Now, we didn't add much flavor, like, to the dredging and everything, so what I'm going to do is I was saving it for the dipping sauce. So here comes the lemon pepper. And I live where it's humid, and what you can do is actually, like, put rice, like, in your salt, what have you. That's what we would do at a restaurant when I lived in Texas. And it keeps the salt from... and your spices from all becoming a clump. So I got my lemon pepper blend. If you don't have lemon pepper, then pepper and lemon or a little bit of lime juice. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and go with sriracha. I might have to add more sriracha to that. Oh, I can smell the heat. And let's check on avocados. Oh, avocado. I said avocado. Gotta take a drink. Beep boop. So I think what's so far with the avocados is with this first time recipe that I'm using. And if you're gonna use tortilla chips, you have to like make them really, really fine. So I think panko crumbs is a really good idea if you want them totally covered. Okay, so I have my sriracha, I have my Greek yogurt. Or if you're not really on the Greek yogurt bandwagon, then don't worry about it. You could use sour cream, or you could use full-on mayonnaise. Okay? And it's not an aioli without some garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and use another blend. Of course, fresh garlic. Fresh stuff is always the best, but sometimes blends last a little bit longer. They don't spoil. Garlic galore. And look at, it gives it a little bit more texture. Alrighty. So rinse my hands. Again, thank you for joining me. Okay, we guys you're gonna go up. Ready for a ride? And switch around. Hi! Okay, we're back. Okay, so I have 4 minutes before the avocados are done. Avocados. Cheers. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this dipping sauce in a small ready dish. Oh, it says Queen. Yes, my friend Nicole Eisler, she actually has an awesome podcast and is on here YouTube as well. You can go ahead and check her out. I can put the link in the comments later. But she's a divine sweet bean. And she sent me that. Along with my signature emoji wine stopper. Isn't that the sweetest thing? It's so awesome. Okay. So pretty dish. Bring you guys down. Yes, so excited. Okay. I won't be having to play like pretty much, I don't know, ring around the rosy anymore with, which is fun, moving the camera up and down, taking guys like everywhere with me, telling you to hang on, you know. I think it was one time I was like, okay, we're going for a ride. We're going to go on a field trip, but you guys don't need your parents' permission for this one. Something along that sort. Of course, you can go ahead and get out your spatula to scrape and get all of this mess. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. See what happens when I don't drink before I start the video? No, I'm just kidding. And yeah, that's a lot of dipping sauce for my little 8 avocados. But I don't mind double dipping. It's my house. My sriracha aioli. So I can save this for other things. There we go. And let's go ahead and check on our, oh my goodness, our avocados. So exciting. There we go. Now, of course, some of the pan release spray was like, what does that smell? I was like, am I burning them? No. But some of the pan release spray is burnt a little bit. But those look good. I know it looks a little funky because they're blue. It's blue corn chips, guys. So let's go ahead and get a little fancy schmancy plate. Of course, those are going to be warm. I don't really want to use tongs because they're fragile. Now, I would suggest if you're not used to touching like a lot of hot things, then just use 2 spoons. Let's try that, okay? And then you could transfer it. But actually, I'm used to it it's hot, but it's still holding it. Been cooking in the restaurant for a long time, then you're kind of like used to it. But look at, the chips are actually like stuck on there. They're not falling off. This is going to be awesome. I wanted to try it with chips. Of course, once you see this plate, it's going to be funny because there's so much aioli. Now, of course, I'm going to use this to like scoot the pan over. And I'm going to put away my stuff. But look it, guys. Isn't that cool? Avocado. And then we'll let these cool. No, I said cool twice. Avocado. Cheers. Let these cool enough a little bit to take a bite. But that's blue corn tortilla chips. Blue corn flaxseed corn tortilla chips. Corn. That's the way I said it. Baked avocado fries. So I'm going to do the smallest piece. Look at all the breading stuck on there. I have my sriracha aioli. You could even just use, a ranch dipping sauce if you spice, or a cilantro lime sauce, which you use Greek yogurt, put in, squeezed lime, and cut in fresh cilantro, garlic. It's a little hot. That's delicious. This is like so creamy. And the avocado, a little crumb though. The avocado is so creamy. It's not like all like mush. All the breading, the chip, stayed on. It's still staying on. Look at it. So I'm going to taste it without the aioli. I'm going to take a smaller piece. So it tastes like, you're eating a warm tortilla chip with pieces of avocado. It's really nice. This one I'm going to dip again. The dip makes like, one, it cools down the heat because I'm very impatient and I'm not waiting. 2, it adds a little bit more zesty and flavor because that's where I put the majority of the spices. Yeah. And it's healthy. Not that I'm like trying to go there, but if you have something delicious and healthy, oh my goodness, double points, gold star for us. Yummy. Very creamy. So there we go. Baked avocado fries with corn tortilla chips. Blue ones. Awesome. Thank you very much. And have a great night. Happy Wines Day. Oh yeah, if you guys want to see something, go ahead and just put it in the comments. Boop, 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 boop. And we'll feature your suggestion. Okay, bye.